So All Eyes on Me comes out. It goes gold the first week. All Eyes on Me goes on to go 5 times platinum. Tupac is the #1 rapper in the game. How was it like being around Tupac at the highest point of his career?
It was like, man, Pac, he didn't let it get to his head. You know what I mean? And he always treated us like family. And he was an individual, man. Even when Pac was the type, man, even if he got to celebrate his album going platinum, he in the studio doing more work. You know what I mean? He was a very family-orientated individual. But I didn't realize how powerful how much of a celebrity he was until we started walking into malls with him, and pretty much everything was shut down. You know what I mean? He'll walk in the store, they literally have to, and this is before social media and all that extra stuff, they literally have to close the store down because they can't control the amount of people that's trying to run inside the store. You know what I mean? So he was an individual, but he was humble. Pop was the type of person, man. He had all that fame and stuff, but he didn't know how to. He didn't let it get to where, for example, when you get to a certain level, you have to realize that certain things you cannot move and carry your life on the way you used to do. You know what I mean? Pop was the star. He was the leader, but at the same time, he was the homie. Like Pop is the type of person that we run in his house and say, man, I just got into an argument, or I just got into a fight with this dude around the corner. He would be the first one saying, where you at? Come down. And this happened. It happened times in LA. I remember I forgot we was in one of these, we was in a hotel somewhere in Beverly Hills, because some days he'd just get hotels near the strip or whatever, and we'd just chill there. So we was in a hotel, and we talking to somebody, and it was me, I think, and Gaddafi was downstairs talking to somebody. And the dude we was talking to happened to be one of Bone Thugs and Harmony's homies. And while we down there talking to him, I guess the dude was a little drunk, so his voice was a little loud. So Pop, looking from the balcony, that we was getting into it. So all of a sudden, we turn around, we just saw Pop running towards the dude. What's up? With his hands up, you know what I mean? So he was that type of person that he's already a star, you know what I mean? So unfortunately, he was humble, you know what I mean? Pop was a humble dude, man. He was like an everyday homie.
Right. But you made a comment earlier about how Tupac used to go to the mall and all the stores were shut down. But I always heard the rumor that Tupac used to go to the Beverly Center without security. Is that true?
Yeah. Pac used to always go everywhere. He used to purposely shake the security. Like Pac could be anywhere by himself. Like he'd just pop up and just be. That's what I said. He forgot that. I don't know if he forgot or he didn't really realize the level that he was on. He kept trying to live his life like a normal homeboy, a normal dude from the hood. But he didn't realize that he was pretty much the biggest celebrity as far as in urban America, worldwide, that we had at that particular time for our generation. He didn't realize that. So many times he would just be Beverly Hills, Beverly Center by himself, and anywhere, you know what I mean? In the hood by himself. He got into an incident. I remember he told me the story how when he got into the incident when Tretch and was in one of these clubs in L.A., in the roller 60s, I think, they did something to Tretch, and Tretch, left out the club, and the rumor was that the roller 60s are looking for Pac. So Pac said when he heard that rumor, he's like, man, I got in my car, you know what I mean, with my heat on me, and I went to the roller 60 neighborhood, and when he seen like a group of dudes on the corner in the house or whatever, he jumped out, like, what's going on? I'm Tupac. You know what I mean? And he talked to him man to man. He said they all shook his hand, and they had a lot of love for him. You know what I mean? He didn't say he went over there on some gangster stuff like, look, I'm here to, he knew. He was like, look, I'm just the type of individual that, okay, these people looking at me, I know they reputable people in LA. I'm gonna go to them face to face and squash whatever it is. And people respect that about Pop. He didn't go in hiding. You know what I mean? He went to him and said, look, you know what I mean? It's all love between me. I don't know how y'all rumor got out, y'all looking for me, whatever. I'm here in y'all hood to show y'all that it's all love. They hug Pop, you know what I mean? And they chilled. He said he chilled at the house with them in their hood for a little bit and on their porch, and then he left. You know what I mean? That's why the people love Pop, you know?
Right. And the reason why I brought that up is because I heard an interview from Sir-Mix-Alot, and he told a story about how he seen Tupac at the Beverly Center, at the Footlocker, like a regular person, and he ain't had no security, and he was wearing a bulletproof vest.
If you just want to see somebody's face turn to like, what? Tell them Pac died at 25 and Biggie died at 24. That is like, dude, I wasn't even close to being a man at 24 or 25. And think about what they did.
Yeah, exactly, man. 24 or 25, man. And them cats, especially Pac. I mean, the last time I ever saw him in person was at the Beverly Center. And I remember he was at the Footlocker. He was by himself.
No.
Yeah, he's by himself. But he, you know, and I hugged him, right? I said, "What's up, dude?" And I hugged him. And when I pat his back, he was vested. I said, "Oh man, you wearing a vest?" You know what I mean? And he's just seeing his face, man. There's something wasn't there, bro.
Really?
Like he just wasn't happy. You know, I mean, he didn't say he wasn't happy, but it just, maybe he was having a bad day, but it just looked like, you know, he wasn't really enjoying all that fame. And I'm surprised he was able to walk through there without getting completely raped.
He was by himself. Pac was by himself?
By himself, man. Me and my manager walking in the Beverly Center, man, on a Sunday. I never will forget that.
Yeah, he's like that, hands down. You know what I mean? That's how he was. Because there's many times we was out with him without security, but we would always have a gun on us. Like, we would never, ever be, even with security, Pac would make sure one of us, if not a few of us from the Outlawz, we all have carry heat on us. And if Pac go outside by himself, he had a gun on him. Hands down, that's Pac. If you don't see a security with him, just know he got a gun on him. Pac was fascinated with guns, bro.
Wow, man. And he was a shooter too, right? He could actually shoot, right? Because he went to the gun range and all that, right?
He was fascinated with guns. He was a shooter. He was like that since he was a youngster. And he would never be somewhere by himself without a gun, with a weapon on him. He just wasn't that type of person. You know what I mean? If he don't have security with him, even when we got security, we behind him with a strap on us. But he just felt like, and that's why it hurt him when he got shot the first time, and the people, you know, the girl lied and said he raped her. It hurt him because he was like, I was doing my music, I was doing so much for our peoples. He just thought that our people won't be the one that hurt him. You know what I mean?
Right. And he was a shooter. Like, if you from a distance, he can still get you. Like, he really knew how to shoot.
Yeah. He was a Black Panther son. He knew how to shoot that gun, hands down.